Hello everyone, Aerophite here, and today I'm going to give you something pretty special. I'm going to show you how to make signs that have text on them. Okay, now this idea was given to me by a skeptical potato, and I think it's pretty cool. So he basically asked me if it was possible. I told him I'm sure it is, and he figured it out before I did, sent me a message, showing me what to do, all that good stuff. So this is big shout out to him and all that stuff. I did mess around with a little bit to make sure I understood it before starting this video though. Okay, so it's pretty easy. The basic idea is you want to set a sign block, right? So set block, and then I put it 2 above the current block that I'm on. So 2 up, right? So it's going to appear up here. And then that's it. So then 63 is the block value for this. Now if you go into your creative menu, or whatever, right, and you go in here and you look up sign, you'll see that it's 323, right? That is the item value. You need the block value, which is 63. Okay. Then 8 is the orientation, and there's a whole bunch of different orientation values. I'm not going to go through them all, but for example, 0 is south, 1 is south-southwest, 2 is southwest, etc., etc. I did 8, which is north, which is facing towards me, and I figured out these data values from the data value wiki page on gamepedia.com, and I'll have a link to that in the description below this video. Okay. Then the replace is just if the orientation is different than what you have set here, it will replace it and put all this text and yada yada. And it's really simple. Signs have 4 lines of text, so it's text 1, colon, quotes, whatever text you want, text 2, text 3, text 4, etc., etc. So I'm going to spawn it. And I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, and then a sign can hold 15 chars of text per line. Now, when you look at the wiki, it's going to tell you it can hold 16 characters per line, and I'm going to tell you they're wrong. If you look at this right here, you have 0 to 9, which is 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. I even put extra stuff on that line to make sure I did it in hex all the way to F, and then even added a 0 at the end. F is the 16th one, 0 would be the 17th one. As you see, F does not show up. This is 15 lines. Okay, so that's pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, the other thing you can do is spawn it on a block, right? I just did test on this one. I didn't think I needed to do all that stuff again. But something I need to note about this one, right? This one ranges from I believe it's 2 to 5 or something like that. I was looking at that. That's also on the block IDs and stuff like that. And but you have to use block ID 68, and that's for a placed sign block ID or something like that, right? And you want to place it you don't want to place it where the current block is, but also in the direction that you want it placed, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, see how it replaced my block when I did that? So you've got to place it on this block, basically, right? Okay, so let's fix that real fast. Easy peasy. Just put -1 here, and that will be -1 towards me, and there you go. Gets set on the block. Okay, so pretty cool, pretty cool. Just keep that in mind. Now, an application to this whole thing is that you can actually test to see if there is a block currently at a location and if it has specific text on it. Okay, so this right here is my disappearing door that I did a tutorial on recently, and I've just attached it to this idea. Rather than testing for a player, it's testing for a sign at a certain location. Now let's figure out where that location is from this sign trigger book here, written by me. It says, on the wall above this chest that you got this book from, place a sign with the name of the animal that goes meow. Make sure that you capitalize the first letter of the name and that you write it on the 3rd line of the sign. So you can make this pretty particular. These are very picky. If I put, let's say, what makes meow? Dogs, right? Okay, obviously won't work. And even if I do it on the 3rd line, dog is not going to work. Now, cat will work, but it's not going to work up here. and it definitely won't work lowercase or capital, right? If I'm on the third line and I do cat lowercase, it doesn't work. If I put it here, third line cat uppercase, it does work. It is case sensitive. It is line sensitive. You have to be careful. Now, I'll show you how this works now. It's pretty simple. This is the Testfor block that I was originally using to test for a player within a radius, right? But I've instead done Testfor block. And I've used relative coordinates because coordinates are a little messed up in the snapshots right now, but you could use exact coordinates later on, or even if you want to do a negative value in certain directions and stuff like that. Anyway, you're testing for, once again, the placed block ID, like the placed against a block ID, which is 68, and then in orientation 2, which just so happens to be north, but that's the only one that I know, but once again, that's on the data value sheet. And then I tested for on line 3 cat. Now you can be really specific. Let's say I wanted to test for cat on line 1, and then on line 2, so oops, text 2, I wanted to test for let's say goes. Ooh, wow, can't type. Goes. And then let's say on text 3 we want to look for meow. Okay, did I close all that? Yeah. Okay, so that's now the Testfor block. And as you can see, it's no longer lit, so everything triggered and the blocks are back here, right? So now, in order for the door to open, I have to say cat goes meow, and the door should open. There we go. I'm glad that worked. I hadn't tested that beforehand. Okay, now something to note. It's literally this spot that it's looking for. You can't place it on here. So cat goes meow will not work to open the door. It doesn't matter what size. It has to be here. Okay, cool. So I think this is pretty cool for an adventure map idea. However, make sure they can only place it in one spot or something. You know, do something like this. I don't know. Some way that they know it's got placed here, right? Now, orientation really matters because now this is the block that it's checking for. But if I place it on this one, it still won't work because I specified specifically orientation 2 in this. And this tag here, this 2, is required. So it's not like you can take it out or whatever. So you really want to make sure that they place it in the correct spot. So be very specific when you make these books or whatever you're going to do to hint at how to do it. Or, you know, make them figure it out, do whatever you want to do, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's it for the video, guys. I hope you liked it. I would like to do things that you want to see, so if you could, in the description, please tell me what you want to see from me. If you don't tell me, I'll continue doing all this stuff, but I would prefer to do stuff that y'all are interested in, like this, which I think is pretty dang cool. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Later.